So we get our trap back, we get our speed back up to 5, then we get our 4 fight dice. Okay, let's see what we want to do. So I count we have 13 rats on this in this cage. We need 18 to get another magic cheese. That sounds like a pretty awesome idea if we can make that work. So let's see what we can do about that. I think probably the first thing to do, since we have a magic cheese in our spot and all these rats near us, let's go ahead and try to take a bunch of those out. I'm going to choose to pick up all my 4 fight dice because there's 4 rats there, and let's try to take them all out. Okay, here we go. Look for 3+. Not bad. Got 3 of the 4 hits. So let's take out, let's see. Let's take out this black one and let's take out the 2 browns for sure. Those 3 dice, add them to our cage. So a couple things I'm worried about. I'm worried about this rat up here. He's gonna come hunt me down. He's got 4 speed and 3 fight dice. He can definitely wound me pretty easily. And I also like to take that magic cheese, and I've got a few options, but I'm not sure yet. So I think what I want to do is let's go ahead and spend 2 of my movement to move into this zone here. So I move across here and pick up this potion. And in fact, I'm going to use this potion right away to attack every rat in or adjacent to me. So how I do that, roll 2 dice, I need a 5 or higher. Kind of hoping for that 6. If I get that 6, I can hit that peculiar rat. So it's a chance, but let's see what happens. Oh, almost. I did get a 5 though. So that means I could take out this rat. Oh, oops. This rat, and I can take out either of these 2. Let's take out this one that's going to hunt me down. And I would do 1 wound to him, but unfortunately, he's got 3 defense. So 3 rats added to my tally man. Good news is with that last attack, it brings me up to 19 rats in my cage. So I'm going to spend all but 1 of them. Let's keep a black one around to get a magic cheese. So add these back into the sack. So I really would like to add this magic cheese here to increase my fight dice. I can get rid of more mice, but I think if I get this 1 movement now, put it here, I get 1 movement back. I can use that ability right now to do something kind of cool. Let's see if this works. So let's go ahead and move 2 times, 1, 2. And as I move, I'm going to pick up that potion. Let's go ahead and spend that potion right away to attack all my current location, all adjacent locations. So what I'm hoping to do is if I can take out this brown rat, I can end my turn here and then drop a trap there because he's going to come try to get me. And I can leverage him being in that spot to do a big trap to take out a bunch of those guys and hopefully himself in the process. Okay, here we go. Roll 2 dice. I really need to get a hit on here. So I need a 5 or higher. Boom, look at that, got the 6, nice. Actually, this worked out even better than I expected because I could take out the peculiar rat too, sweet. So I take out the rat in my spot, he gets captured. This one down here gets captured. I can take out this black one. And then icing on the cake is I get to take out this peculiar rat with a natural 6. Look in his card, I get to choose between 2 yellow potions or 3 purple potions. That's a tough choice. I mean, they're both awesome abilities, but I really love that Soothing Lullaby. I'm going to take that 2 yellow. Being able to knock those stats down helps me a ton, especially when I have no defense. So now I have my 2 movement left. Let's see what I can do with that. So my original plan was to move here and drop a trap, because that peculiar rat would run and attack me. But I can probably just drop a trap now and then run away and maybe head back to pick up that magic cheese I left hanging. So I might just do that, or I can attack and take out that stuff next turn anyway. So I don't think it matters a whole lot what I do. I think the other cheese over in that corner is probably safe. So I think I will go ahead and move here for 1. and then use my last movement to place a music box in my spot as a trap for 2. I could put a lullaby down, but I'm not feeling threatened by anything in that space, so I think I'll save it for now until I need it later. Okay, we do our end of turn check for explore, but we do have 2 magic cheese out there, so we will not explore. Let's move on to the rat turn. So these are the only 3 active locations I have to worry about. So that's what's gonna move. So for movement first, we do have this white rat. He's gonna movement speed of 1, so he's gonna move up here. There's no rats on that spot. And then over here, this white rat wants to move up to this cheese, but because of my lullaby, he's not going to move. This brown rat is going to come try to attack me, so he's heading my direction and move there. Like I said before, this lullaby will persist until it no longer becomes active. Okay, now we can do our trap. For traps, I have this 1 trap here. Let's remove it, and I get to roll 2 dice because there's only common rats there, and I need a 4 or higher to hit. Got my 2 dice, let's see what happens. Got a 6, I got 1 of them. So capture 1 and add it to the tallyman's cage. Now we check to see if any of these cheese are eaten. There's only 3 mice here and 1 mouse there, so they're not gonna eat that magic cheese. And then we do spawn. So we look at these 3 tiles and spawn rats. And now for the cleanup. For cleanup, we do have a tile here that's been inactive, so these rats will add or go back into the bag. And the rest will remain on the board. Now, it doesn't say in the rulebook to remove these locations, but since I don't plan to come down this far, so I'm going to go ahead and remove these from the game and just move this board around to recenter it for filming purposes. Okay, let's go ahead and refresh our Ratcatcher's board. So now we move our movement all the way up to 6 now because I have it locked 1 time. Still add our 4 fight dice to the board. Then add our 1 trap back. Okay, now we do have our soothing lullaby, so we might be able to use that soon. But let's go ahead and go back to the board and see what we can do. So I feel like this is a fairly obvious choice to start, is if we can take out these 3 rats there, we can take that cheese. Seems like a pretty obvious thing to do. So let's go ahead and grab 3 dice and roll them. We got 3 of our fight dice, and we need a 3 or higher. Hopefully we can take them all out. Do not. We took out 2 of them. Add them to our cage. And then let's see what else we can do. You know what? I think I have to do it. I have 1 more fight dice. Let's go and roll that. Hopefully take out that last guy. All right, got him. Add him to our cage. Now that there's no rats there, we get the magic cheese. I think as we keep running out of fight dice, we probably should get another one. Let's put that there. And the nice thing is we immediately get it to get the upgrade. So now we have 1 fight dice. 1 fight dice and 6 speed. We've been doing really good so far. We have 6 cheese and the rats have only gotten 2. So we're doing a good job at the race. So with our 6 speed, let's go ahead and start moving back and try to take that magic cheese over here. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Stop there for a second. Now, unfortunately, if I leave that space, that rat is going to bite me, which will be pretty unfortunate. I think we have to fight him. Luckily, we have that fight dice again, so let's go ahead and roll that dice, hoping for a 3 or higher. Come on, 3 or higher. All right, got him. Add him to the cage. Now that's taken care of. Let's go ahead and move again. Let's move in another space. So we have 2 movement left right here. Now my lullaby is still active, so these brown rats do not have any fight value. So the nice thing is I can move through them. So let's go ahead and move another space down here. Oops, not fall over. Move right here. And let's pick up that potion. I think it's gonna be easy come, easy go. Let's go ahead and spend that potion right away to attack my area and all adjacent areas. Just like before, we need a 5 or higher with 2 dice. Oh, whiff. So we have no fight dice, we only have 1 movement, and we have some rats in our space. But with the lullaby going, we're actually fairly safe. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down a trap in my current locations and see if we can't trap some of those brown rats that are going to be hunting me. So use our last movement to drop down a trap right here. Okay, with our turn being done, now we can do explore. There's only 1 magic cheese, so we do need to add 2 locations to the board. First location, it's here. So we can add it to any active location. So that is this location, this one because I'm adjacent to it, and also this one down here. So let me figure out where I want to put this one. Let's go and put the card up here, because I think I want to head north anyway and pick up this cheese, and right there will be another magic cheese. That seems pretty good. Let's see what this question mark is. So grab a random question mark tile, flip it over. Oh, look at that. 2 magic cheese in that spot. Very cool. Okay, then we need to spawn our rats. Okay, we need to explore one more time. And we get this location. And I think I'm just going to put this one like this, right here. And magic cheese. See what that random token is. Potion, cool. Put potion on there, and then we need to spawn the rats. With that done, let's move on to the rat phase. So the active locations we have are here, this one up here, and that one there. So those are the spots I have rats move. This white rat, its movement speed of 1, is moving here towards that magic cheese. That's the closest one. And then here, these rats want to move, but I still have my lullaby going, so they won't move except for the brown rats. They do have this movement speed of 2, which is reduced to 1, so they are going to move into the same spot as me. And just to clean things up, because this token's not going to matter, I'm just going to remove it from here, because we already picked it up. And this tile up here, we have this brown rat with a movement speed of 2, 1, 2, so it's come to attack me. And we've got these rats. So let's see, there's 4 here and 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So it looks like we're going to have a bunch of them. We'll have 3 of them move up here. And this one to move down here. Likewise, in this tile, we have these 3 rats want to move into this magic cheese spot. And these guys can move 2 spaces. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Okay, now we do our traps. So let's spring this one. Here's your 2 dice. Here we go. Got 1. Because the defense is nothing, let's go ahead and take out this black dice and add to our cage. I mean, not dice, this is a black mouse, I'm sorry. So now we can check for biting. These 3 mice would try to bite me, but they all have reduced value of the bite down to 0, so nothing happens. Then we can look at eating cheese. We have 4 magic cheese on the board. This one with only 1, that's fine. This one has 4, close to being eaten, that's fine. This one also has 4, but this one unfortunately has a ton. There's 7 mice there to eat that cheese. So they will eat that cheese, and all these guys go back into the bag. Let's go ahead and level up the bad guy. Well guys, it was only a matter of time. We were doing pretty good, and now we get to spawn the Nemesis. A new player has entered the game. So the Nemesis works a little bit differently. She actually spawns at the magic cheese spot on the township card that has the Ratcatcher, which is actually this spot right here. So we'll add her there. So now we need to spawn rats. Because of my position, I do have to spawn a rat here because now this is active because I'm adjacent to it. So we'll spawn here, and we'll spawn in all the spaces next to me. So this card, and then these two cards. And then I will pause to talk about how the boss spawns, because she has a special ability. So the Broodmother has an interesting ability. It's her special ability here. It's a randomizer, Endless Tide. During spawn, roll a d6. Target the rat's nest closest to the Ratcatcher's current location. Good news is I'm standing in a rat nest, so great. So I'm going to roll a die. 1 or 2, I get 2 white rats. 3 or 4, 2 white rats and 2 brown rats. 5, 2 white, 2 brown, 2 black, and then 6, 1 peculiar rat. So we'll see what we get. Okay. 1. Oh, nice. Only 2 white rats. Phew. So I have those 2 white rats in my current location. Oh boy. Now we check for exploring, and there's 1, 2, 3 magic cheese on the board, so we do not explore. We move on to the Ratcatcher's refresh phase. But we do have to do a little bit of cleanup because we have this location over here, which is currently inactive with a mouse on it. So we add that back into our bag. Now let's refresh our catcher's board and go from there. So we put our movement back up to 6. We get 5 dice now instead of our 4 because we leveled up once, and we get our trap. So now that the Nemesis Rats on the board, our traps are a lot more powerful. Looking at our music box, if we're triggering off a Nemesis Rat, we roll 6 dice with a 4 or higher to hit. So that seems a pretty good option because we currently only have 2, 4, 6 magic cheese, and we need 4 more to win that way. But we could also win by just taking her out. The nice thing about the Broodmother is her target is she's going for magic cheese, so I kind of know where she's going to go, even with this d6 movement. And she's currently in a space with cheese, so she is not going to want to move out of that spot. So I think I could take advantage of that and lay down a trap, and maybe hopefully that trap will trigger. One quick rule though, you can only have 1 trap max in each location. So it would be really nice to lay down all my traps in that and take her out, but fortunately that's not possible. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to spend 1 of my movement right away to go ahead and lay down a trap. Okay, let's put that trap right here. So I kind of don't want to pick up that cheese because if I do, she'll run away to a different magic cheese. I might just leave it there. The other nice thing is I do have my lullaby playing, and so that does affect her stats as well. So she has -1 attack and -1 defense, and actually -1 speed. I think my priority now is maybe just leave that cheese there as bait for her. These other mice can't really get to that cheese because of my lullaby. These brown mice want to chase me down, so maybe I'll just like let them chase me down and run up to get another magic cheese while my trap's going off. But before I go, it seems pretty tempting to try to capture these mice while they're there. At least we can get more points, maybe build up to another magic cheese on my Tallyman card. Let's put that there, and then let's go ahead and spend 2 more movement, or 3 more movement to go 1, 2, 3 up here. So now I only have 1 more movement left, but I think that's okay. Okay, I think now is the time to definitely lay down the soothing lullaby in this location. I'm doing that specifically because I know I can trap these white mice from entering this tile or that spot because there's currently 4 mice there, and that would push them over the edge to eat that magic cheese. So putting this here will prevent that from happening. And I'll use my last movement to move into this space here. So that spends my last movement, but I have all 5 fight dice still available to me. Let's go ahead and roll all of this and see if we can't take out that horde I'm standing with. Rolling all my fight dice, need 3 or higher. That was actually pretty horrible. I only got 2 hits with 5 dice. Oh well. But there's natural 6s, so I can take out anything I want. So I'll take out a white mouse and a black one. Add them to my cage. I'm out of movement. I'm out of fight dice. I could lay it down on a lullaby, but I don't think it makes a huge difference where I am. So I think I'm just going to end my turn. We do have 1, 2, 3 cheese, so we'll not explore, and the rats can take their turn. So first thing is movement. Nemesis Rat will move, and I can roll a dice, but she's going to stay where she is because there's a magic cheese there. So I'm just skip that, and we now can move on to the common mice. So active locations, this location due to Nemesis, and these 2 locations are active. So these white rats would like to move, but they can't because my lullaby. This brown rat is going to move into this spot. He's going to move into here as well. And these guys will move here. And that's because they're at 1 less speed. These white rats want to move into that spot, but cannot. But this white rat will move into my spot. Okay, now we trigger traps. So let's do this trap first. I roll 2 dice and I need 4 or higher. Nice. 2 hits, I like it. Capture 2 more mice. And now the big trap. Let's bring this one. So for most of the game, my X value has been 2 because of common rats, but because the Nemesis is there, I get to roll 6 dice. 6 dice with a 4+ accuracy. The Nemesis Rat has 4 defense, but that's actually at -1 due to my lullaby, so 3 defense. Okay, 6 dice against 3 defense and a 4+ to hit. Okay, I got 3 hits. Unfortunately, with only 3 defense, none of that goes through. But consolation prize, I guess I get to capture this guy. This 1 white. Now we check for biting. No, in my spot I only have common mice with no bite value, so nothing happens there. Then we can check to see if any cheese is eaten. We do have 4 mice up here in the corner. So nothing there. 3 here and 1 there. Okay, time to spawn mice. And remember, the Broodmother has a special ability, Endless Tide. Let's roll to see what happens. 4. With 4, we get 2 white and 2 brown rats. And they spawn closest to the Ratcatcher's current location. So those 2 white and 2 brown rats would go right here at the spawn location. Okay, checking for exploring. We do have 3 magic cheese, so we're not going to explore. We do have a little bit of cleanup to do. This location isn't active, so we can add this mouse back into our bag. Likewise, this one as well. Get back in our bag. Let's refresh our Ratcatcher as we start another turn. So let's put our movement back up to 6. Gain our 2 traps. And put our 5 dice on our fight track. We still have 1 Soothing Lullaby available to us. Looking at our Tallyman card, we do have 15 rats currently in our cage, so 3 more we could get another magic cheese. With the magic cheese currently our location, I think that makes a perfect choice. I think we should try attack and see if we can't get rid of all 3 of those white mice to take that magic cheese. Let's use 3 of our 5 fight dice and see if we can't take them out. Oh man, 3 or higher? Come on. Got 1 of them. Oops. Come back here, you. In the cage. I'm not satisfied with that, so let's try it again with our 2 dice. Oh no, only 1. Oh. As much as I would like that magic cheese, I think I want to steal the magic cheese I'm currently on. So let's go and spend 3 of those mice from the cage to get additional fight dice. Let's go ahead and roll that. Need 3 or higher. Oh no. Okay, let's do it again. 3 more mice. Wow, okay. This is definitely not working. Well, let's try it again. What's the worst that can happen, right? 3 more mice. Okay. Don't know what's happening. Oh, man. I guess do it again. 3 more mice. Oh, what luck. Okay, so literally the last time I could do it. 3 more mice. There we go, finally. Whew. Add them to our cage. That was one tough mouse. I do get the cheese though. Let's level up. I think it makes sense to go ahead and put that cheese here to refresh our haunting melody. So we'll add 3 potions there. Because we're out of fight dice, might as well use that instead. Okay, let's see what we can do. Let's see, if I move here for 1, we have 5 movement left. I think this is a really good spot to use our first haunting melody. We roll 2 dice to hit our area and every adjacent area. But we hit on a 5+, a little bit different. Or we don't hit at all. Okay, let's try it one more time. Spend that potion. 2 dice again. Much better. 2 hits across the board. And one of them's a mortal wound. So definitely capture the mouse in my spot. Definitely take out this one adjacent to me. And we got some choices here. We can take out 2 mice. Let's take out the black mouse. Actually, let's take out all the black mice in both those locations. I can take out 1 additional mouse here. So help catch up from all those mice I spent trying to get those fight dice. So it's time to spend some movement to lay down traps. I have 5 movement, spend 2 of that down to 3 to put a trap here and here. Then let's move 1 more space into this zone. Spend another movement, of course, to lay down trap at the mother, the brood mother. I have 1 movement left. I think I'm just going, ooh, if I move back here, this is a 3 spawn. So if I do get unlucky, actually, I should be safe. Yeah, I should be safe because these mice aren't going to move in that spot and they're not going to move due to my lullabies. So I will spend my last movement to move back here so I can fight some more mice in my space next turn. Okay, I'm out of resources. We do have 2 magic cheese, so we do not need to explore. Let's move on to the rat turn. So first, the mother rat's gonna move. She's targeting magic cheese. She rolls the d6 to move, but she's already in space with cheese, so she's not gonna move. Then the common rats will move. These 3 are gonna come up towards me, as is this guy. These guys will like to move, but they can't due to my lullaby. This is an active zone, active zone, active zone, so these mice will move as well. But due to my lullaby, they have movement speed of 0, so they're not moving. Then this is active zone, so these 2 white mice are heading towards the magic cheese near me. And then these 3 brown mice, I can move 2 spaces, 1, 2 into my spot. Luckily, because I do have a lullaby in this zone, they have 0 attacks, so I don't need to worry about them attacking me. Now let's trip our traps. Let's do this top one in the corner. I roll 2 dice. 2 dice, I need 4+. Got 1, capture 1 of those white mice. Let's do this trap next. Roll 2 dice, need a 4+. All right, 2 hits. 2 more mice to my collection. Now the big one. Pick up that trap, and I roll 6 dice. Still need that 4+. Really hoping for some 6s. Oh, just not my day. 2 hits, but she does have 4 defense reduced to 3, so nothing gets through. After traps, we check for biting. Nothing happens here, 0 bite value. Now we look at cheese being eaten. There's 1 mouse there, the boss mouse, and 1 up here. So no cheese gets eaten. Now we spawn. I'll go ahead and spawn in these 3 locations. Then I will roll for the boss. Okay, let's see what she spawns. A 4, which is 2 white and 2 brown mice. So those 4 mice be in this location right here. It's the closest one to me. Our explore check, we still have those 2 magic cheese, so no exploring. And there's nothing to clean up. So we can move on to refreshing our Ratcatcher. So we get our 3 traps back, put our speed up to 6, and get our 5 fight dice. We still have 1 potion of each color to use. But we're still on 1, 3, 5, 7. 7 cheese. We need 3 more to win. Or take out the boss. But we haven't had much luck taking out the boss. So, who knows? We'll see what happens. Unfortunately, in my last turn, we only have 12 mice in our tally man. But that's actually pretty good at seeing how low I went. I think we should probably take advantage of this 1 mouse being alone up here. So let's move up there and see if we can't take that cheese. Spend 1 movement. And normally these mice would bite me, but due to my lullaby, they're at 0 fight. And let's roll 1 dice. So 1 dice, you get 3+. Got it. So we capture that mouse, add to our cage, and we get our magic cheese. Let's level up. Let's go ahead and get a magic cheese down here. See if we can't get 1 more fight dice as we go. Maybe we can get lucky and take out the broodmother eventually. I'm not sure, but we'll put it down there for now. We need our 2nd to unlock additional fight dice though. Let's go ahead and spend 1 speed, so we'll go from 5 to 4, and it's too tempting not to do it, but let's drop down this trap right here. See if we can't take out some of those guys that are spawning there. Let's move an additional 1, 2. So we go from a 4 down to 2 speed. And let's spend 1 more movement to lay down our trap with our broodmother. Then use our last speed to put a trap in our spot. And then I have 4 fight dice left. I will, actually, before doing that, let's use our potion. So spend our potion, roll 2 dice, need a 5 or higher to hit. And the reason why I'm doing that is because not only do we have mice here, all around us, but we're also next to the broodmother. If I get lucky and I roll a 6 with 1 of these 2 dice, that'll be wounds to her. Come on, 6. Of course. Man, this is not my day. Whiff, whiff. Anyway, I do have 4 dice left. Let's go ahead and roll all of them to attack the mice in my spot. I need a 3 or higher. Three hits, I'll take it. Let's pick up those 3 mice. I'm out of actions. Let's end my turn. But now we only have 1 magic cheese on the board, so we do need to explore. My explore value is 2, right next to me. First card we get. Let's go and add that right here. Put magic cheese on it, and then I need to spawn rats. There's the first card, now the second card. Let's put that adjacent to the spot. Get a potion, Another magic cheese. Let's spawn the rats. Okay, move on to the rat turn. Okay, now let's look at the active locations. We have these two locations is active. This is active because it's adjacent to me. This one's active, adjacent to me. And these two are active, also adjacent. So we need to move rats on all of those. First, the boss moves. She's happy where she is due to the magic cheese. But the rest of them will move. We do have these brown mice who want to enter my spot. In addition to these brown mice, I have a party right there. And then these brown mice up here want to come attack me. So they'll come down towards my area. The rest of them can't move because they're at 0 speed due to my lullaby. 0 speed down here due to my lullaby. And then down here, these guys have to activate. So we do have this brown mice wants to move 2, 1, 2, coming to attack. These guys as well, 1, 2 into that space. And we have all of these mice want to eat that cheese, so they're going to swarm it. Likewise, we have this mouse, 1, 2 wants to come attack me, and then these guys are going to swarm that cheese. Okay, now we can do our traps. First trap way up here. Roll 2 dice. I need a 4 or higher. Nice, got 1 hit. Okay. Let's capture that black mouse. Let's bring the trap right next to me with all these 5 common mice next in that spot. Again, 2 dice, 5 or higher. 1 hit, so I got 1 of those mice. Now the big one, the mother. Pull that off, roll 6 dice. Two hits out of all that, but she still has 3 defense. Man, not getting any luck taking down that boss. So that's all the traps. Now we do bite effects. There's only a bite effect of 0 in my spot, so I don't have to worry about it. We can move on to eating cheese. And unfortunately, 4 here and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 here, so all these mice eat that magic cheese. So let's see what leveling up the bad guy does. Oh boy. Brown rats get +1 speed. So I'm going to put one of these +1 counters on the board to help me remember. So go ahead and take this +1 and I'll put it right here. Let's go ahead and spawn some rats. Okay, mama rat spawns. A 4. I like running one of those 4s. 2 white and 2 brown rats. So strange things happening. I actually don't have the right rats to make this spawn happen. And so one of the tiebreakers is looking at your Tallyman card and returning all of them or a set of them back to the supply to make that spawn work. So it basically forces me to use it out of turn. The nice thing is I actually do have 18, so I'm going to spend all of them to do the spawn and get a magic cheese. So let's go ahead and do that. I think the choice is to put it right down here, so now we have max fight dice. And while we're here, we can go ahead and end the rat turn and refresh our Ratcatcher. So we get our 3 traps, go up to 6 speed, and get 6 dice. We have 9 magic cheese, we just need 1 more to win the game. Unfortunately, with that broodmother sitting on that magic cheese and me not being effective at all against her, I might just have to leave her and run across the board, see if I can make it that far to get to the other magic cheese. So look at my options. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces away. I can't actually get there this turn. So that's unfortunate. And unfortunately, there's actually 5 mice there now, so they're going to eat that magic cheese. So we're going to have another spawn event, or another explore event, very soon here. So I think I just kind of have to let that cheese go and maybe just start getting more. I can try getting more rats to fill up the Tallyman's cage again. That might be my best solution. But with all the rats in my current spot, I need to really clean house a little bit. So let's go ahead and we'll spend 1 movement and drop that trap down again. Gotta go for the Hail Mary. Come on, it's gotta work eventually. So actually, I could run in there and try to attack her, but the problem is she's going to attack me back. I will take a wound from that. But maybe it's worth it. Maybe it's worth to try that attack. And maybe with that trap I could take him out. I don't know. It's pretty risky. But I think before well, actually, you know what? I think that's it. Let's just try it. Let's go ahead and move 1 speed into here. And let's spend all my fight dice to fight the Broodmother. She does have -1 armor, so only 3, and I'm rolling all 6 of my dice, and I hit on 3+. Oh, okay. Let's see if I can do at least a couple wounds to her. Here we go. Hey, look at that. We have 2 grievous wounds. That's excellent. And we have 1, 2, wow, 3, 4. So 3 of these will get absorbed by her armor. We do 1 wound, 2, 3. We do 3 wounds to her. 1, 2, 3. Guys, oh my gosh. If that trap goes off, come on, come on, come on. Okay, all my fight dice, I'm kind of done there. I don't have any rats. I can't add any more fight dice from Tallyman. But I could lay down some more traps. So let's go ahead and spend my movement to lay down a couple more traps. So let's go ahead and lay a trap here for 1 movement. Another movement laid here. Okay, I'm kind of out of resources. I could leave the space, but then I'll take a bite from the Broodmother. I'd rather stay there and just take a bite normally anyway. So here we go. So because we have 2 magic cheese, we're not exploring, no force explore. And we can move on to the rat turn. So for movement, the boss rat wants to move and she's happy where she is, but the rest of the rats are going to move. Now the brown mice do have +1 speed, so now they actually have 3 speed. So this is where it's going to get crazy because these guys have 2 speed. They're going to come join me with the Broodmother. In addition to these rats, the white rats are not going to move in that spot, but these guys are going to come. So now we're going to have this massive pile of rats. These guys do have 2 speed now. 1, 2. I'm going to move in that as well. This guy. 1, 2. These guys have 3 speed. 1, 2. Actually, they would stop here because now they have -1 speed, so they do stop there. And then these guys all will move towards magic cheese, so they're moving to that spot. These guys will follow suit. And then this guy down here, he wants to come fight. 1, 2, 3, up there. Okay, it's a bit messy, but we'll clear some of these out. Let's just go for the win. Let's pull up this trap and see what we can get. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, 4 dice. Only has 3 defense. If I roll 2 6s, we win. Oh, come on. Here we go. 1. Oh my gosh, guys. 2 6s. 2 wounds straight through the defense. Boom, boom. We win the game. Phew, that was a long one. Well, that was an exciting finish. Hope you guys enjoyed the play with the ups and downs with my luck. Some good luck and some bad luck, but it's fun all around. Not sure if you guys can tell, but I really enjoyed this game. I do recommend it. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of decisions to make with how you level up your characters, and each character plays pretty different to each other. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you at the next stop.